Okay, number 6. Brian knows the area of a circle. We have to list the steps he can follow to find the circumference of a circle. Well, if he knows the area, we know the area is equal to pi r squared. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to solve for the radius. Because if you look at the formula for a circumference, it's c equals 2 pi r. So we need to get r by itself. Step 1, solve for the radius. Well, again, the first thing we do is if the radius is squared and being multiplied by pi, the first thing we have to do is we got to get pi to the other side. Because it's being multiplied, we have to divide both sides by pi. And if I do that, I get the area divided by pi equals radius squared. Now the next thing I have to do, well, if the radius is squared, the opposite of squaring something is taking the square root. So if I want to get the radius by itself, I have to take the square root of both sides, and I get the radius is equal to the square root of the area divided by pi. Step 2, we got to plug in the radius into our circumference formula and solve for circumference. Well, what do we know about the radius? It's equal to the square root of a over pi. And so all I'm going to do is take this formula for circumference, and I'm just going to replace the radius with the square root of a over pi. Once I do that, if I multiply it by 2 pi, I will end up getting the circumference. Granted, we don't know what the answer to this question is because we have no idea of what the area is, but if we did know that, we could solve for the circumference this way.